Welcome one and all to my very first movie review series, which I will be covering the Sonic the Hedgehog movies before leading up to the Knuckles series, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog 3 later this year. Starting off with Sonic the Hedgehog, came out in 2020, probably the only blockbuster film came out that year, I believe, I'm assuming, well, before the pandemic, before the world gone to shit. Let's just say that way, in the most polite word to describe it. This one was written by Jeff Fowler. It's written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. The plot follows Sonic, a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog who can run at supersonic speeds, who teams up with a town sheriff named Tom, played by James Marsden, to stop a mad scientist named Dr. Ivo Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey. But when it was first in development, first it was Sony wanted to do it, but then Sony decided to scrap it. They don't have confidence on the film. And of course, Paramount bought the film rights to Sonic the Hedgehog. Jeff Fowler was involved, including Josh Miller and Pat Casey, and of course the producer of Fast and the Furious producer. I can't remember who the producer's name is. I'll leave it in the description there. I'll know who it is. And of course, we've got the casting. We have James Marsden's going to be involved. Jim Carrey's playing Dr. Robotnik, Eggman. And Ben Schwartz is doing the voice of Sonic. So there's a big lot of stuff going into it, and this is going to be a live action with CGI hybrid, which we'll get to the moment in my review, because there's something I want to discuss about. And then there's the marketing, and of course the whole controversy when the very first trailer dropped, and everyone's feared because from the marketing, the posters, even from CinemaCon, I believe, and it showed you a glimpse of Sonic's design. And then the first trailer dropped, and everyone's reactions to the ugly Sonic design, or humanoid Sonic, as people call it. This is my reaction when I saw this.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus! Jesus of Nazareth!
By that point, I was like, nope, I'm not watching it. No thanks. I'm not wasting my money seeing that. No thank you. No thank you. But it's not until a week later, almost a week later, where Jeff Fowler has to come out and says, okay, you didn't like the Sonic design. We're going to fix it. We're going to make him look like his video game counterpart. So I was kind of like, okay, let's be optimistic this one. Let's be optimistic. The trailer came out, I think it's November or October. The first trailer, we get the official look design of Sonic. And when I saw that poster and of course the trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of curious to see this. So despite the whole stuff going on, I went into this movie on Valentine's Day, me and my wife, our very first Valentine's Day as husband and wife, and I took my wife to see this, and she just really loves Sonic as well, like I did. And the moment I saw this, the big screen, I was blown away how good it was. Well, by all means, it's not a perfect movie. No movie's perfect. This is not a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, or it's a biggest spectacle of all cinema. This is a very, very fun, very lighthearted, very enjoyable, very entertaining for Sonic fans and even younger fans alike. Even families as well can enjoy this movie as well. So there are things that Sonic fans can appreciate and enjoy, while also kids and families can find something to enjoy as well, and something they can be entertained by. Live action CGI hybrid, which is, I know that's a big skeptical or big red flag when it comes to adapting stuff into live action with CGI characters. To be honest, I'm all for live action and CGI hybrids if it's done well, if it have the right people behind it, if it have people behind the camera or behind the scenes, or has some love or appreciation, or some love and appreciation for the characters or the property itself. But I will say this now, as far as Sonic's design and from all aboard from this movie, including the sequel, which we will talk about, there are some heart and passion going to this. Of course, the story is very basic. It has that very basic story, road trip story, but it's basically two characters teaming up, try to get to the destination you had to go to. It's pretty much what we've seen before, but it's done it in a creative way. But let's just get out of the way, because I want to be reasonable with it as much as I can. Let's start with the acting all around. I think the acting, for the most part, is great. I think Ben Schwartz is great as the voice of Sonic. He really captures the spirit of the character with that personally, a young teenager, like he's on hyper, like sugar and sweets and chocolate and soda, like a hyper kid, but it still has that fun, unique character towards him. The first time you see him, he's in Green Hills, been around for Earth for quite a while after he's been left in his old home from Longcore, after being attacked by these echidnas, which we'll talk about in the sequel very soon with Knuckles, which is a backstory. And of course we do see he's hanging around Green Hills, he's spying on Tom and Maddie, played by James Marsden and Tika Sumter, which both are great and well. We'll talk about negatives about Maddie's character in the film. And of course we do see him playing baseball, and he's trying to have fun even though he has no one around. He's all alone, he has no friends, he has no one to go around to celebrate with. And of course Sonic gets upset, goes fast around the baseball pitch, and of course he caused the whole Green Hills go blackout. And of course Dr. Robotnik came along, played by Jim Carrey, which, let's just say this now, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik is probably the best casting choice, because if the movie wasn't good, Jim Carrey would have been the highlight. He would have been the best thing going for it. Even the movie isn't good, even still kept the original design, Jim Carrey would be the best part of the movie and still make this film worth entertaining and worth watching. But thankfully, he's the best thing going for it. But the movie's still good, but he was the highlight. Everyone talks about how good he is. He plays that goofiness about him, the character, and especially when he interacts, and of course his loyal henchman or his assistant, Agent Stone, which I will admit, Agent Stone does have some kind of little mire to him, let's just say that away. Even the sequel do see a bit of that, but I don't want to go into that details, but from what I see, it's pretty nice to see some of that. And of course, Jim Carrey has some great funny lines, especially this.
Are you in charge here?
Yes, I am.
Wrong. I'm in charge.
Is
Me.
Major
Ben charge.
Even this.
Why don't you get a head start? Do some reconnaissance. Reconnaissance. Come on, that's hilarious.
And of course, this iconic scene where he's dancing around, and of course, Evil Grows on Me, which it's just pure hilarious. Just where he got scared when Agent Stone got him Australian goat milk, I think it's called. What do you think, I'm an imbecile? Of course I want a latte. I'm not going to make them! Not gonna lie, every time I quote that, I could say the same thing. It's just pure hilarious. As far as James Marsden as Tom Wachowski, he was really good. I think he's a brilliant actor, and he definitely brought some really good stuff to the film. He has done family stuff before, and of course, this is the second time he's done a CGI character. Or was it his third? With the film Hop, which is the big Easter Bunny thing, with Russell Brand as the voice actor in that film. Which, I haven't seen Hop, I can't really tell you. I'm not planning to watch it because it looks dumb. I'm not even going to watch it. Oh yeah, almost forgot to say, I think the best thing about the film is Tom and Sonic's relationship. Even though, of course, the film, they do become like father and son figure, which I do really like. There are some few Sonic references, and there are some couple of things in there. Now, this is not a full-on adaptation of the video game where it's just full of Sonic references. Even though they do throw some for the fans, say, oh, here's a little thing for the fans, or here's another one that goes for our fans. But don't get me wrong, there are some things in there that Sonic fans go, oh, okay, that's actually quite good. I quite like that. But as far as other stuff in the film with the song choices, which some of the song choices are pretty good, like Evil Grows on Me, and of course Don't Stop Me Now, and of course there's another one, My Feet Goes Boom Boom Boom. I can't remember the song it's called, I just know the song's called My Feet Goes Boom Boom Boom, where Sonic just goes slow motion in the bar when all these bobs are fighting, of course Tom's fighting, and of course Sonic is trying to do a lot of stuff, kind of similar to the Quicksilver scenes from the X-Men movies with Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, which is probably the best thing going for is Quicksilver from those scenes. I think they took inspirations from that, which I will admit, that's actually pretty good. As far as other characters like Maddie, played by Tika Sumter, well, she is good, but she's not in the movie that much. She is really supportive of Tom for his choices in the film. You know the story, where Tom is going to get a job as a cop in San Francisco, and they plan to move there as a new home and start working in as a cop and do real situation stuff. Inoue says, is that what you want to do? Of course, Tom asks the same thing. Are you okay doing this? As far as the negatives, like I said, the humor is very subjective. It's hard to make people laugh. I laugh throughout most of the majority of the film. There are some couple of jokes that's okay, a little too much, or didn't make me laugh, or there are some a fart joke scene with Sonic in the hotel with Tom and he farts, which I will admit, a little bit low-level kid humor. But again, I'll let it slide. I'll try not to go into that humor as much. And of course, you get the product placement, which is the Olive Garden. But to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really upset me that much. But I do respect it. I do get why they did it. My favourite part of the film is got to be when Sonic is finally standing up face to face with Eggman at the final battle in Green Hills in the little town. And of course, Sonic does his speed, hitting him doing double dash. Of course, do the homing attack with slow motion, whacks him, and of course, he used one of the Sonic's rings to take him to the Mushroom Planet and left him there to Batman. And of course, we do see him with the iconic bald head and the mustache that is fully grown and become a full Eggman. I wonder if he's going to be like in Sonic 3, because I heard he's going to be wearing the fat suit, which, if that's the case, I would love to see that. Jim Carrey in the fat suit. Of course, we do have Sonic now has finally come to appreciate by Tom and Maddie's affections. Of course, he let him stay as his new home or raising his own son. And I thought that was a really nice moment. I thought that was a nice, sweet, genuine moment with them together. I thought that was probably the best part of the film. In the credits scene, we do have introduction of another Sonic character named Tails, who's actually voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who returned in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which we'll talk about very soon when I put that out very soon, hopefully by this week, hopefully. And of course, we all know what it's going to lead into.
If these readings are accurate, he's here. I found him. I just hope I'm not too late.
And of course, I really love that line when he says that. It just gets me excited to see the team up they're going to have and bond their friendship. I would say Sonic the Hedgehog, even rewatches, I still have fun with it. I think it's one of, if not one of the better video game movies we've seen, even though we have Pokemon Detective Pikachu, and of course we have the Last of Us TV series and the Super Mario Bros. Movie from last year. I think video game movies are starting to show they can be good, and I think Sonic the Hedgehog is up there as how to make a good video game movie. I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog a B. Overall, guys, comment down below. Tell me what you think of Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you love it? Do you like it? Or do you think it's alright? Or do you hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below, civilly please. Stay tuned, guys. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming out very soon this week. And of course, I will be seeing Challengers on Tuesday for the insider screening. Can't wait to talk about that. And of course, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that icon bell for more future videos like this. Until next time, see ya!